Hey everyone, it's Kobe from here at the Jonathan Project podcast, and I'm coming to you with a heavy heart but an honest heart. After a great deal of prayer and reflection, I made the decision to step away from the podcast. With that, we're going to be concluding the show. Obviously, I've already spoken to Jason, and he understands and supports this. This decision wasn't made lightly, but it's one that comes from a place of deep conviction. Any of you that have listened to the show over the last year that it's been going, we've always tried to challenge men to live the life and to be a good example of what God has called them to be. But lately, I found myself struggling to live up to those values between my responsibilities as a father and a husband and a follower of Christ and my job demands. I've realized that I'm overcommitted. And what that's led to is a mindset and a feeling in my heart, and I share this with Jason, of not being genuine. And I'm just checking the block and trying to carry too much. I've kind of lost sight of what really matters. To continue speaking of this importance, spiritual leadership, and going with the podcast, I would be neglecting, a lot of things here at home. I'm putting those on the back burner to try to keep this thing going. And that's hypocrisy. And it really is disobedience. And I can't do that. And I can't build something. And I refuse to if my heart's not in the right place. The Lord brought the story of Martha and Mary as I was kind of preparing for this and trying not to be overly dramatic here as I'm thinking about all of it that we've done here at the show. But you might recall that Martha was busy doing a lot of the good things. And she was preparing and trying to serve Jesus, and the disciples are there. But Mary sat at Jesus' feet just listening and being still. And when Martha grew frustrated, and Jesus gently corrected her, Martha, Martha, you're worried and upset about many things, but few things are needed, or indeed only one. Right now I'm choosing that one thing, which is to just rest and to be in Jesus Christ and what he has for me, and returning to my first ministry, which is here at home, and focusing on that, and then moving out in the future. There's seasons in life, and this season, as far as the Jonathan Project podcast, has come to an end. I just hope that over time everyone understands. I thank everyone. I can't even begin to name everyone, so I won't even try. But everyone who supported the podcast, listened in, downloaded devotionals or purchased merchandise, I thank all of you for all of that. And you've been part of something that was very real and it mattered. And I appreciate that. All our guests that joined the show, I appreciate their time. And I pray that the seeds that we planted out there through the Jonathan Project podcast continue to grow in your life. And I ask it for prayer for me in particular as I kind of seek out what I've preached, not perfectly, but with a heart fully yielded to the Lord. So until we meet again, stay faithful and just remember God's not done with your story. Thank you.